Hello everyone and welcome back to PGP Motorsports Park for the first race of the winter season. Here we are skipping straight to the final as second place overtakes first place as they go into their rolling star formation lap. Wheels are spinning a little bit. It's a very cold day today. About 34 degrees when we pulled up. It's probably still that temperature. It feels like the sun is beaming on us, so maybe it's up to 40. But as they go into the rolling start, what can you say about the people that we have that made it to the final?
So the people in the final, unfortunately we couldn't capture the LCQ, but in the final, starting off, we got Paulo in pole, as usual, followed by Carmine, Davidson, and Silas. That's your top four. Third row is Spencer and Samuel. Samuel did really well. William and, is that Steven in eighth? I think.
I thought he was last in the LCQ, or is there another Steven?
There's another Steven.
Oh yeah,
There's
Steven
like three
Croft.
Stevens here, including you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it is.
Wait, now there's four, because there's a new Steven.
Oh, there's
Anyway, here we
another
go.
one?
Yep.
Alright, well here they are, rolling up to the front pit straight here. I'm gonna pan it over to the line, or to the flag. And flag's waving their way. We're gonna see them start to pull apart here as they split up into the 3 and 4 wide groups. We see Harb in the yellow helmet pulling up the back. He did a good job to make it through LCQ there. And is he gonna make it a good job to make it through the roller coaster? And from what I see with that yellow helmet, he made up some positions, I think, at least one. Might lose it through double apex, but someone's doing some off-roading, gonna rejoin the circuit there. People moving out of the way just in time, and some people might fall off here. Very cold day, maybe they might still run into some ice patches, and yep, there we are. We see someone on the grass right there. Not sure who that is, can't zoom in too far. Recording on a classical style phone today. For reasons of the cold, battery wasn't charging, so we had to resort to this, but the racing's good right here. Everyone's splitting up. It's a mostly dry day as they make their way through the turns 5 and 4 onto the back straight, single file for the most part.
It looks like they've mostly calmed down. Just kidding, David's making a move on, I think that's Alex? Yeah, on Alex down the midfield. There's a big battle here. Now it's David and Ryan Gowan who makes his return race today. He did really well in his heat race.
Yeah, he's got a bright green helmet, makes it easy for us to call him out.
Oh yeah. But here comes our leaders. We got the lead contestant against Carmine, who's actually contesting the lead.
There are lots of straight lines here. Slipstream overtakes will be the play to go for.
The wind is not really strong. There is no wind today, so the slipstream won't be as strong as if there was a head or tail wind.
Yeah.
So we'll just keep an eye on all these battles going on as they try to keep it on the track through light bulb. Really tricky corner. It's really cold, so tire temperatures are hard to manage.
Yeah.
It's really easy to either keep your tires too cold or keep it too hot. You don't want to overcook your tires because then you're just losing grip. The operating window is tricky to get in these conditions, but if you can nail it, you have a significant advantage.
Yeah, and this race is super important for Paulo. This race, because this is the first race of the winter season, and if he's looking to break a record, what he needs to do from his previous races, win all 8 races instead of just the 7. Or was it 6?
It was 7 wins and 1 dropped race because there's 8 races in the season, but as we talk about him, we have cursed him as Carmine takes the lead of the race. A beautiful overtake in turn 3. Let's see if Paulo can respond, and knowing Paulo, he's going to want to respond to keep that championship streak going. This is the first race of the season. All points are reset to 0. And it's anyone's game now.
Yep, anyone's game. And Carmine could be looking to try to dethrone the champion here if he can just hold that lead. But now that he no longer has the slipstream on inside, it'll be Paulo that's constantly bumping him through the corners, bumping him through the straights, maybe trying to pull that lead a little bit away as Paulo pulls out to take a more efficient racing line through there, as Carmine is naturally a little bit more defensive through some of the corners. Don't want to give him too free of a door of an overtake.
We have like a Max and Hamilton battle going on. It's just the top 2 separated from third. And in third, it looks like that's Silas. Silas is in third, Spencer in 4th, Samuel in 5th. I'm going to check the time and see, so I'll be back.
Yep, yeah, so we do have the leaderboard not available for you guys here. Unfortunately, with the low battery power on the Mac at the moment, couldn't even launch OBS, kept crashing. But Jeff is able to look in and see that, and we see a huge cluster in the back here.
Oh no! Please keep it clean through turn 3 in the back.
It looks like they're able to make it through for the most part. I'm not seeing any off-roading antics, as we still see some two wide action, and then they go into single file through that hairpin there.
They're just resuming their LCQ battle. That's all they're doing. It was really tight in LCQ, and they did keep the momentum going.
Yeah, the only battle seems to be in the back here, as they go through the front straight. And it looks like Paulo's moved up to the side a little bit.
Nope.
Was looking at some side-by-side action, but falls back into line through light bulb.
Paulo is taking his time to scope out Carmine, who took the lead. So I think Paulo is going to spend this entire race scoping out Carmine's weak spots and then make a move in the closing stages and not allow Carmine to respond. I think that's the plan here. They're not gonna try to fight too much, because even though there is a substantial gap in third, which Spencer stole from Silas, Spencer's now in third.
I think I see Sergey somewhere in that train as well.
Surprising. That in the blue is Sebastian. So Sergey's in the mid pack today. He didn't really have a great qualifying in heat today, so he has a lot of work to do.
Yeah, very cold temperatures. Very, very shocking. I'm honestly surprised that there aren't some slick spots out there. Maybe some of the racers will tell us about it.
There were slick spots earlier in qualifying in the heat races. The apex of turn 3 during qualifying had an ice spot in it. And that made it really tricky to qualify today, because an optimal line is hard to do. You can't hit the apex.
Yeah, and as we see them race by the front straight here, they're pushing it to the limit. I see Ryan out there taking a racing line, jumping over the curb, and bumps into the back of someone and spins himself out.
Yep, he overcooked that. Over-ambitious.
Yeah.
Unfortunate for Ryan. It is his return race, and he has the pace. He has the racecraft. I would attribute that to just rust. Just hasn't been out here for a while, and didn't quite judge it right. Unfortunate for Ryan, who drops not quite to the back. It looks like that racer who got took a field trip.
Yeah, the one that went out wide at light bulb. He definitely lost a lot of time recovering there.
Hopefully we'll see Ryan back out here for more championship races.
Yeah, it's unfortunate from Ryan here, because it looked like he had a lot of speed going into roller coaster, and he had that thing completely settled, but the people in front were just going way slower than he was expecting with what he was carrying through there. And I've done that many times myself. Just bump into the back and spin yourself out. And it looks like someone's upset as they lift their hands up. They might have been bumped wide or something, and they're losing a lot of pace as the train just completely rips itself apart as people are going 2 by 2 by 2 all throughout turn 1 in this hairpin. And we'll see if they get up.
We got Spencer.
We see Davidson in there.
Samuel. Davidson.
They're keeping that 2 wide into roller coaster. Are they going to keep it clean? And eventually they do slot into place. Some people probably unhappy with how that panned down, but they're probably just happier to survive instead of fighting to the off the track for those positions.
Today is a cold and dry day. You can push, but you can push slightly harder than you can on a warm day because it's cold. The tires will cool themselves down quicker. But if you overheat the tires, that's going to actually make it a little harder to get a rhythm going. Because while your tires will cool back down, it's easy to overheat them again.
How do you reckon engine performance is contributed with the temperature as well? Like maybe some of the karts might not be as warmed up as others here, although I'm not really seeing much overtakes on the straights, so maybe they're all at a similar performance level.
Yeah, the cold temperatures kind of neutralize the engine, but unfortunately, if there's a bad engine,
it's just that much worse.
It's just that much worse, but fortunately they weed those out during the qualifying and heat races. Unfortunate for the people who race them, but they do. The staff here do their best to try to mitigate that as much as possible.
And it looks like Carmine's still holding the lead with Paulo right behind as they go by the front straight now, with third place falling further and further behind as they defend.
Looks like James in third place. Really good racing from him. Spencer in fourth, Samuel in fifth, Davison sixth, William seventh, Sebastian eighth, Silas dropped back to ninth, and Alex Seguin to 10th. Thomas Seacock 11th, David Bostashvili 12th, the Sergey 13th, and Kirk in 14th. Woo, nailed it.
Nice. Yeah, so the leaders still having their one-on-one battle. You said that it was like Max Verstappen and Hamilton, and you just brought me back a couple of years because I don't think it's been like that for a while.
It hasn't been like that for a while. I remember just that season, excluding the final race, because I don't want to bring that up again. Back and forth between the two. We got some brilliant battles for the lead, and it was intense. So that's kind of what we're seeing now, just the top two running away with it. So this is Paulo's race to steal back the win. Carmine's really brought his A game today. So,
yeah. Well, since it's the first of the since it's the first of the first race of the season, maybe we're getting like memories of like our hopes for the 2022 season, where we're like, oh yeah, Ferrari's sticking it to Red Bull, and I don't know. All the carts are rental carts, so the only thing that can drop off here is
your wallet.
Yeah, his pace. Yeah, so maybe we won't see like a Ferrari-like season where the car just falls off, but
we are checking.
We are checking. We'll be checking throughout the rest of this season, so be sure to subscribe if you want to be kept up on that. At some point, if you subscribe, we'll include extra zoom in the next one, because I'll be sure to make sure that the Mac is charged and we can actually use the camera that I have.
I'll bring my laptop as a backup plan too, just in case. But I don't want this to happen again. This is really unfortunate that we had to resort back to our classic recording style after we brought so much setup that just didn't work because it's too cold. We weren't anticipating this.
Yeah, the cold really put a dampener.
It really froze us in our tracks. I'm done.
Yep. Yep, that's how it is. And the racing is still intense as they're flying around that corner through there. You can see the absolute pace.
Paulo is pressuring Carmine, and Carmine's just absorbing all that pressure
that they have here. And with none of the wins, it's hard to get that slipstream. And it looks like Paulo's going for the move. He is side by side, looking to dive on the inside of roller coaster, and he pulls the move off.
Brilliant move from Paulo. Reclaims the lead. Now it's up to Carmine to try to respond.
Yep. Yeah, and already it looks like that gap is massive. Getting overtaken really can slow you down sometimes, and so that's why we're seeing the gap lengthen that much. And meanwhile, the train is still going on in third place. The third place train, hop aboard. Make sure you got your tickets, otherwise we're sending you into the grass.
Yeah, James Kemp doing a brilliant job keeping everyone behind. It's really, at this stage, the top two are so far ahead that James has no reason to push. He might as well just drive defensive lines, take a note from Sergey, and just declare, you shall not pass. Take his podium spot, because the top two are a whole straightaway ahead. There's little to no chance of catching up to them. They're fighting. Top two are fighting.
Top two are fighting again. Cameron is not happy with the overtake. Carmine is not, of course, not happy with losing his spot of the lead. So does some side-by-side action a little bit on that straight there. Is going to be trying to pull out all the stops to maybe get the position back. But Paulo's already really holding on to that defensive line there. He knows that that return move is going to be taken, and so Carmine has to go out to the outside. Paulo holds his line and keeps the lead of the race.
In the meantime, battles down the front straight. Several people having to look down the inside, but not quite committing to it. If you want to make a move like Paulo did earlier, you got to be committed. You got to know you have the momentum and the car control to make that move stick. And Carmine was privy to that and did the right decision of not necessarily letting Paulo through, but not defending too hard so that he could stay on Paulo's tail throughout the race and get back at him. As we can see, Carmine's still right on Paulo's tail. They are still bumper to bumper. This is some brilliant racing for the lead of the race. These two are neck and neck. Hopefully this translates to the rest of the season. We're going to have a significant championship battle. Paulo won't run away with it this season, hopefully. I swear, if I just jinxed it, I'm going to be sad.
Yeah, a tight battle for the season would be great. I hope Carmine's able to pull this out like literally every time, because this has been some brilliant dueling that we've been seeing here. We're going to start seeing some strategies play out, because Paulo is obviously aware of the weakness of the front straight, of that, hey, if he's right on you, he'll be able to overtake, and so now he's going to be committed to that most inside line for as hard as he can and force Carmine to have to go out there, and then Paulo just takes that line and is able to keep him behind. So Carmine's going to have to think of something else if he wants to get past Paulo, because I think Paulo has that technique down pat, as we as we see some more two-wide action going into the roller coaster. Looks like not much came out of that. I don't see anyone in the wall. Didn't hear any clangs or bashes.
I didn't want to interrupt that lead commentary. There were 2x2 battles down the front straight, but they resolved themselves by roller coasters. So that's why they didn't quite go too hard into roller coaster, because it's really cold. The roller coaster section in the cold is trickier because the grip isn't always there, as we saw earlier. So you don't want to overcook it like it would be on a nice warm summer day. But looks like we got some side-by-side action in turn 4.
And it looks like Carmine's found his way onto the inside through there, but Paulo's able to hold his momentum, keep it too wide as they go through there, but it looks like Carmine is edging it out a little bit there, but Paulo has the inside line for the following corner and still holds on to the lead.
Paulo just kept the tip of his nose on the inside, preventing Carmine to slam the door on him, but now back and forth. Really good race for the lead here. Carmine goes. You're down the outside, just trying to get that better line through to stay on Paulo's tail.
Yeah, several trains going down. Let's not forget, like, these groups have been absolutely great. I bet it's been an absolute blast being in these trains here. Just being in that line, the constant racing that's going there, lots of pressures. We see some more two-wide action from another train in the back of roller coaster. It looks like there was some minor contact, but I see both the cars made it out safely, unless I see someone roll out last minute. But it looks like they made it through safely.
I want to point out that as we focus on the lead, there have been a lot of battles happening in like the mid two packs, but because there's such an intense lead battle, we kind of want to focus on that. We've received some feedback in the paddock that if there's a battle for the lead, focus on the battle for the lead of the race, and that's kind of what we're going for here.
These are where all the championship points lie. This is where the lead of the championship will be decided off the bat, because this is the first race of the winter season.
As the white flag is being waved, it is the final lap. Paulo's currently leading Carmine by just not even a car width. They are bumper to bumper on the final lap. Let's see if Carmine's going to respond, because this is his last chance to do it.
Yeah, and so we'll be focused closely on this battle, because Carmine understands that this is the lead of the championship right here, right now. Best he can do if Paulo still brings in the battle next week, if he doesn't get this, is to tie the championship. So this is what he needs to do. The overtake needs to be done on this lap. If there was any notion of like safety or like holding back just because he didn't want to risk everything, that might be undone because of the final lap freneticism.
But all the pressure's on Paulo, and Paulo can't handle the pressure, but it's so close. Oh, Carmine found his way on the inside of 5!
He is able to make the move work, but Paulo gets the inside for the next one, but his momentum's going to be compromised, so Carmine has maybe a free pass to get past
Paulo
it.
slams that door. Carmine's going to have to take the outside line. Brilliant defense from Paulo, recognizing that his momentum was compromised because of all that battling. That was a really opportunistic move. Carmine almost had it, but unfortunately it looks like Paulo's going to take this win.
Yeah, Paulo knows to hold the inside here. Carmen's going to like try to get as much momentum as he can to cross the line, but it's done. Paulo takes the championship lead, and now for third place, who's going to claim it? It's going to be side by side as they cross the line.
It looks like it's James Kemp.
James Kemp.
The photo finish by Davidson Man, Spencer, Thomas, Samuel, Sebastian, William, and Alex again round out our top 10.
Yep, and we will see you on the podium with our new championship leader. Well, existing championship leader from the last one.
Well, first of all, thank y'all for coming out. Round 1 of the winter season of league racing, and for a change, the winter season actually has a dry race, so starting off on the right foot. Lots of good racing out there. Good battle for the third place spot. Good battle for the lead. Coming in third place, doing his best to make his go-kart about 8 feet wide out there. 79.000 best lap. Third place, James Kemp.
Woo! Woo!
Part of that lead battle, he just broke away from everybody. Ended up with about a 7-second lead at the checkers. Coming in second place, second fastest lap of the group at 78.565. Carmine Miraglio! Nice job, man. goes. Just winning races out here. Best lap of a 78.569. First place, Paul Bettini. It is, but it's also Paul. Paul Bettini first. 3, 2, 1.